Hello, I built a thing. This thing. It's a wall. A climbing wall. A wall that would make even Donald Trump jealous. Wait, is that still a relevant thing? Is he still relevant? So climbing is a thing that has become a pretty important activity in my life. It's one of the things I discovered last year that really helped change my perspective in a way. It made me realize how unfit I was, and it also gave me something to look forward to doing on a weekly basis. And since here in Sydney, we've been in lockdown since the end of June, I really miss climbing. So one day during lockdown, I woke up and decided that I wanted to build a climbing wall. And this is the result. As you can see, it is BTS themed. BTS is also another thing that has become very important in my life. Actually, I feel like climbing and BTS came into my life almost simultaneously. So yeah, this wall is a combination of the two things that really helps change my attitude towards myself and towards life. And I feel like I have become a healthier and happier person because of these two things. So, how did I make this? Well, cue the montage. I asked my brother for help. He's actually the one that got me into climbing in the first place. He helped draw up the blueprint for the wall and included all the materials and dimensions. And of course, because it's my project, I'm the one that forked out all the money. I'll have a material list in the description below, along with the PDF document of the blueprint, just in case someone else out there is feeling a little bit bored and wants to make their own freestanding climbing wall. So ordering materials during lockdown was definitely an experience, but luckily everything arrived pretty quickly. The wood has been released.
Just to pretend.
Is this how you wear it? Oh. Like this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. The first thing we did was build the frame for the wall using the timber.
Then wear this, then wear this.
Is this overkill? It was the first time I ever used one of these wood saw thingy-mabobbies. But just like with everything in life, I guess the first time you do something, you're a bit afraid and hesitant, but eventually I got the hang of cutting the timber and I felt super professional. Oh, also I should note, I'm not good at math. I literally failed math in high school and dropped out in my final years. My brain's not working. I don't have a brain, I'm not good at math. So the hardest part for me in building all of this was doing the measurements. Somewhere there. Like how many millimeters in a centimeter? I don't know, I'm dumb, okay? I guess I'm just really bad at math because I fucked that up. I fucked up the measurement. Help! So I spent a lot of time with a tape measure and my calculator. I also had to measure where all the holes for the climbing holds would go. Again, math, measurements, not my forte, but I did it and then I drilled it. We did a lot of painting, like a lot, which was kind of therapeutic and a nice family activity. My mum even helped out. Painting the BTS logo, oh my gosh, measuring the BTS logo almost made my brain explode. I'm just grateful that the logo doesn't have too many curves, so it was pretty straightforward, and to be honest, towards the end, I just kind of gave up and went with my gut feeling. And once the painting was done, we hammered in T-nuts These are what the climbing holds screw into, and once everything was ready and prepped, it was time to finish building this bad boy. Lots of liquid nails.
Don't drop on your face.
Lots of screws. Lots of sore muscles. Plywood is so heavy, and I'm so glad that I didn't have to do this alone, because I don't think I would have been able to lift anything by myself. And so the wall was finished. The fun part was setting out the climbing routes. To be honest, I just kind of put the holds anywhere and everywhere. I'm not a route setter, and I've only really been climbing for just a bit over a year. Maybe with more experience further down the line, I'll be able to set more creative and challenging routes.
Don't screw it up. Get it? Get it?
Altogether, I'd say I'd spent around 2,000 Australian dollars on this, the most expensive thing being the crash pad, which hasn't arrived yet due to COVID delays in shipping. So the crash pad was almost $500. Safety isn't cheap, guys. At the moment, I'm actually just using a blow-up mattress, which probably isn't the safest thing, but it'll do for now. The climbing holds were also altogether about $500, and then all the other materials, the plywood, the timber, the paint, the screws, they made up the other $1,000. And yeah, this is it, my DIY BTS freestanding outdoor climbing wall. It actually is adjustable. I can adjust the angle of it, so that's really handy. Originally, I had it set at like 25 degrees, which was really challenging for me. So we've pushed it in a little so that I can actually climb this thing. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I had a moment when I wondered whether this was all worth it. Like, obviously $2,000 is a big amount of money, but then I thought, well, it looks pretty damn sick. And it was a nice little family activity, so a lot of family bonding. I learned a lot of new skills. I challenged myself, especially with math. It gave me something productive to do, and now I have somewhere to climb in case we never come out of lockdown, which I hope we do, because I am starting to get really bored. But yeah, overall, I'm very happy with it. Thank you everyone who followed the journey of me building this on Instagram and gave me motivation to keep going with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.